Yes, I do think the B-Wing is rated higher than the X-Wing. Make sure to watch until the end so you can find out why. Let's get into it. This is LEGO Set 7180 B-Wing at Rebel Control Center. It was released back in 2000. It has 338 pieces with 3 minifigures. It is a part of the Star Wars Episode 6 themes. Let's review it. This set comes with 3 basic minifigures, which is a bonus because 1, you can only have so many Luke Skywalkers, but also it allows any collector or player to fill out your Rebel or Imperial army, depending on the set, with some other kind of generic people, but it also allows you to create your own minifigures with these rather than, having a dedicated Luke Skywalker. So let's take a closer look at each one of the minifigures. First up is R5-D4. This is simply the R2-D2 but skinned in the red color. Simple but awesome design, just like the R2-D2 was. Next we have the Rebel Pilot B-Wing. This figure doesn't even have a real name. It just features the basic flight torso print, which was common in the time, but on a red body and legs. It has a traditional light gray helmet with a trans yellow visor, which was very common back in those days, before the custom helmet molds became a thing. Also, we have the Rebel Technician. This figure was reused across multiple Star Wars LEGO sets, and actually reuses an old pirate face with just an included tan torso, leg, and hat print. None of these minifigures featured back printing or anything, as that just wasn't common for the time. Now the actual LEGO set is where we get into some of the more interesting and fun aspects of the quality of this LEGO set. The Rebel Control Center is a wonderful build with a bunch of play features we'll cover later, but some of the nice details are the printed tile pieces, trans, galaxy / sky chart, and the ability to transform and spread it out. The ship itself has a great design with the rotating cockpit. The spreadable wings are nice with some good details, but they do look the best when they're all together. When you spread them apart, it looks a little sparse. The robot arm is a simple addition that fits well with the overall colors of the set and theme being the control center. It just simply reuses a bunch of the common tool sets, like the common tool wheel that came with sets back in the day. I give this a 3 out of 5 LEGO bricks for quality. Targeting the 8 to 12 age range, this set is just spot on. Each of the builds has enough details and fun additions that it keeps the set interesting, the build interesting, without being too tedious. The inclusion of 3 different build pieces allows it to make use of a variety of different LEGO pieces and definitely helps the overall part usage of the set. The main difficulty, areas of difficulty, are the sliding doors on the Rebel Control Center, the rotating cockpit, and the foldable wings. For difficulty, I give this 3 out of 5 LEGO bricks. The main playability of this set is, of course, the B-Wing ship. It's built sturdy and looks really cool with its maneuverability and moving cockpit. It does lack the stud shooters that are so prevalent in current builds, but it was on par for the time frame. The ship also includes a cool little storage area for hiding or storing things. The cool part about the included Rebel Control Center is honestly the sliding doors. I thought they were the coolest thing as a kid, and one that I would take and actually reuse in my attempt to make other and different sets or build my own mocks or whatever it is. The robot arm is the less enticing part of the build for me, acting more as a simple tool carrier than anything else, though it is meant to be used for repairs after the battle. Biggest issue that I have for playability with these early sets is the exclusion of any bad guy minifigure set, which is much more common these days. Obviously it means if you want to have kind of those action adventure shots, you have to purchase an entire other set, and I'm not as big of a fan, or I don't highly rate that, but honestly, for the time frame and seeing as that wasn't a norm or standard back then, the different aspects you get, including the minifigures, really help this Lego set out a lot. As such, I give this 4 out of 5 Lego bricks. Retailing at $29.99 with 338 pieces, this set has one of the best price per part ratios of the Star Wars themes, especially released in that era, at 9 cents. It is tied with the best with the Imperial AT-ST, which includes Chewbacca, and the Snowspeeder. All three of those come in well below the average price per part ratio of the time. Combined with the different builds and things that you get as a part of this set, I have to give it a 5 out of 5 Lego bricks for price. When compared against the X-Wing, which has 11 cents price per part ratio, you can see how much more you get for this set than it. Now, yes, I know you thought it was all clickbait, but that does mean that I rate this Lego set overall above the original X-Wing. This Lego set is rated at 4 out of 5 Lego bricks. Now, let me explain a little bit more about that, because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of fans down in the comments saying, "What? No way! The X-Wing is way better." And I think thematically and as from a collector standpoint, that is very true. However, my ratings are more heavily focused on the playability of the Lego sets, and I think the X-Wings have definitely improved in quality over the last couple of decades. But especially in those early ones, what you are given and everything, it's a very iconic. You got R2-D2, you got Luke, which were some of the big things, and I still highly recommend them. But in terms of the overall quality and price and everything, I do think that the B-Wing at Rebel Control Center is better. Okay, let's briefly talk about the investing. I did this last video, and it got a couple likes, so I wanted to continue on, see if that's something that you still like and want to hear. So I'll try to cover just a little bit about the investing and the growth potential of the B-Wing at Rebel Control Center. It has seen 369% growth from its original retail price of $29.99. The annual growth of Star Wars Episode 6 sets comes in at $8.54%, with this set just being slightly below that at 8.52%. The theme, Episode 6, comes 19th on the chart of Star Wars Lego sets, though many of the themes are still early in their release, and so they still have some of those higher growths because of it. So looking at that, it's below average for the sub-theme it's in. Definitely wouldn't make it the best investment. Granted, an 8% return year over year isn't the worst either. So just some tidbits that I thought you guys would enjoy. Remember, guys, that I have a giveaway pending. We only need 39 more subs until it closes. So please click on that video, look for the code word, subscribe, and comment so that you can be entered to win. I know it isn't much, but I hope to continue to help you guys enjoy Legos as much as I do. I'll see you next week, Lego fans.